Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I told you it would not be long, so I'm back, yay! Hopefully you guys have been following me with the series talking about Esther. I want to continue talking about that today. And my prompt for you, my question for you is, can you remain hidden until it's time? Can you remain hidden until it's time? Can you stay in a place that God has for you until your moment of revealing? Now I'm gonna let that sit with you for a moment because Esther, she had this background, right? We understand that she was a Jew. She was in the middle of Persia. Jews were not favored in that time, in that kingdom. They were considered the low of the low, right? So she had this identity. And not that she couldn't tell the identity, but Mordecai told her, hey, you need to keep this a secret, right? And so God positioned her in a way, right, that she was elevated to become queen. We talked about that before. And even during this process, she was still hiding something. Even when she became queen, she was still in a place of hiding. And what was being hidden was the purpose in which she was chosen to be queen. I'm going to say that again. So what was being hidden was the purpose of her being chosen to be queen, the God intended purpose from the beginning. Because you know what? God is a master planner. He masterfully puts things together, moves all the pieces in the puzzle on the chessboard. Esther is in this position, right? She's in the palace. She's in the place of hiding. She knows who she is, right? She knows who she is. And I'm going to make this relevant to some of you guys. You know who you are. You know who you are in God. But the people around you don't know. You know what God has called you to. You know who you are in Him, what He's called you to do, but they don't know. The other people around you don't know. They might perceive something, something different about this Esther girl, something different about her, or your guy, right? Something different about him. But they don't know what it is. You might even catch some flack over it, right? Where people are kind of trying to manhandle you or mishandle you. Sometimes because they perceive what's on your life, but they could feel threatened. They feel like they need to compete against you. But can you remain in the place of hiding until it's the time of your revealing? Now, oftentimes what happens in this place of hiding, God is preparing you. He is giving you downloads. He is preparing you for that next season in that next place. And so the enemy will try to distract you and have you to be focused on, the people around you and what's going on. And, oh, they're doing this and they're doing that, or they're treating me like this, or they're handling me like this, because it's like he wants you to be caught up in this place with your ego. But the key of the season, the key of being hidden, is the place of humility and staying in a place of humility before the Lord, because these are places where God is even trying and testing your heart and seeing what's in you and allowing you to see what's in you, because He has to purge you. He has to prune you, right, for the place that He is going to cause you to occupy, the place, the seat of position, the seat of power, right? Esther's role as queen was not just a superficial role as queen. She sat in a seat of power over kingdoms. During that time, Persia was a very widespread and powerful kingdom. It wasn't even what it is today. We understand the Persian Empire is no longer in existence, but it was one of the world empires at that time. So this was an important seat and an important position. And before God places you in places of importance, He has to refine you. He has to make sure, when I put you in this position, you can't act like the people that mistreated you. You can't act like the people that mishandled you. You can't sit there and feel like, oh, this is your moment or your opportunity for vengeance against them. No, He wants to get all of those things out of you. And so that you're sitting in the time you're being in His presence, where you can really hear from heaven and receive the downloads of what He's saying, of what He wants to do. Because Esther was used to be a deliverer. And so God will position you in a seat to deliver other people. So this seating and this positioning was not about Esther at all. It was about what God wanted to accomplish and the purpose that He wanted to accomplish. And so He sat Esther in that position, in that seat. But can I tell you, the enemy doesn't want you to be in your seat. He doesn't want you to occupy your seat of authority, your place of rule. And so before the time of revealing comes, he will try to do things to sabotage you, to dissuade you, right? To get you entangled in other things and other affairs so that you don't come into the fullness of the understanding, right? The purpose and the intent. You have to have the vision for the place that God is calling you into. You have to have His mind. Why is He positioning you for this? Is it because He wants to bring wealth to a community of people? Is it that He wants to break the back of the oppressor concerning a group of people? Is it because He needs to use you to help to support and aid someone else? These are all different reasons, and there can be vast reasons of why God puts people in seats and positions of power. But it's important that you humble yourself, that you don't allow the enemy to try to have you lifted up in pride and ego about your identity and who you are. it's okay if they don't know who you are. It's okay if they don't understand who you are, because you're being hidden. You are being hidden for a reason. Can I tell you that if you were revealed prematurely, there are attacks that will come your way. There are people that will try to draw from you, people that are just trying to come and suck the life out of you. They want to suck the oil out of you. They're not coming to you to receive from you from like a pure place or anything like that. They'll see what you have and just want to use that to their advantage, to their benefit. And so that is so important that we don't do that we don't allow that to happen. It's important that you stay in a place of humility. Humility is that key that opens that door for the seat of power, the seat of authority that God wants to position you into. So do not allow the enemy to bait you or to trap you or to distract you by other things that you're not supposed to be even thinking on, but that you're able to stay focused on what God is saying to you. What is God saying to you about where he's calling you to? What is it that he's saying for you to do during this time, so that you can maximize the time and that you can maximize the moment, because you're going to need to be prepared for what you're going into. And so we understand that even with Esther, even though after she was married and she was in that position of being queen, she still didn't reveal her identity. And the matter is that it was for an appointed time, right? It was for such a time as this. And so God set the stage and set everything up in a way that she would not be revealed. Her identity would not be revealed until it's time, because he wanted to use her as a deliverer. And so she had an undercover assignment. Esther was a secret agent. So, I don't know, they never tell you like that. But Esther was a secret agent for the Lord. And she was, I'm just saying she was. Esther 00008, I don't know. But she was an agent for the Lord. And so sometimes when God gives you assignments, you can't go in your name. You can't go in all of your strength and in what you've done, what you've accomplished. You have to come low, come to a place of lowliness, right? It's not a matter of like you don't know who you are, but it's like, it's that quiet, I don't know if you guys ever heard, it's like that quiet power that you know who you are and you can walk in that confidence without having to broadcast who you are, right? Because God wants to use you in the quiet. He wants to use you in the hiding. And sometimes you will not be as effective in your assignment if people know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be content with the time and the place of being hidden until God reveals you. And when he reveals you, he is going to announce you. It's going to be clear. It's going to be, in Esther's case, I'm sure everybody was shocked. What? Esther, the Jew? Everybody was shocked. I mean, I can only imagine. It's almost kind of reminds me of like a Cinderella story. But everybody was shocked. But God used her, the wisdom, the humility, even how she honored her cousin, Mordecai, right? He used all of that she possessed. And so can you be used by God in your place of hiding? Or do you feel like everyone has to know who you are? I want you to think about that. Are you okay with being hidden until God announces you? Because when that announcement comes, it's going to be great. It's going to be grand. And nothing will be able to stop, hinder you, or get in your way. But I want you to remember that the place of being hidden is for your benefit. The place of humility, the place of receiving wisdom, the place of receiving God's plans and visions for why he wants to put you in the place that he's going to put you. Because the promise is not just for you, the promise is also for other people. And so God wants to know that he can entrust you with a promise, that he can entrust you with the seat of power, because the promise is not just about you. The promise is also concerning what God wants to do and his purposes and his plans in the earth. And so I pray that this ministered to you today. Drop some emojis in the chat. Drop your comments in the chat. Is anybody out there? Do you feel like you're in a season of being hidden right now? Some of you guys, I know the Lord is bringing you out of hiding and bringing you into the forefront. And that's great too. That means that you have gone through your process. That means that you have gone through the places of being humble, the place of being broken before the Lord, so that he could really use you and pour in what he wants to pour into you. So don't come out of that place. For those of you guys that are not there yet, don't come out of that place before time. Let the Lord continue to crush you, to get that oil out of you. You are going to need your oil for the next season. You're going to need your oil to stand in that position, that seat of power, that seat of authority. So don't skip the part of the process of being hidden. So again, I pray this encourages you. Please like, share, subscribe. Until next time, be blessed.